Hello friends, and I welcome you to Online Maths Expo, where math is made simple. If you are new to this channel, I say very big thank you for choosing to learn through us. And if you are a returning viewer, wow, we are super proud of you. Now in today's tutorial, you are going to learn the simplicity of differentiating using the chain rule. Okay, remember we have discussed how to differentiate using the first principle and other techniques. Please ensure the comments, I will leave the link. Okay, so ensure to go through it to guide you through. Now, what do we mean by chain rule? When do we use chain rule in differentiating? To use chain rule, two things. Ensure, remember chain rule can also be said to be use of function of a function. Okay? That function of a function is also chain rule. Okay? And when do we use this chain rule? We use it for two things. One is if the expression is in exponent, is an exponential expression, just like what you have here. Okay? You also have it here. So whenever an expression is in its exponent, you make use of chain rule. Now, also, when that expression is in radicals, example this, also use your chain rule. Now, you may ask me, what about this one that is in a fraction? Can I still use chain rule? Yes. Remember, you can easily replace this to be in its exponential form. Yes, it's very simple. You can change this to be in exponential form. Then you can now still use your chain rule. So you see the two questions that can enable you to use chain rule. One is if it is in exponent. If it has exponents like this, you can use chain rule. If the expression is a radical expression like this, you can also use your chain rule. Now you know that. Let's go into what we have. Remember, I'm going to solve only one for today. Watch out for the remaining solutions in our next tutorial. And if you are new, please don't forget to give us a subscription. And also leave your thoughts with us as we go through what we have. Okay, so we begin it. So we're going to clean this off to begin with the first one there. So we're having y is equal to this. Ordinarily, you can use expansion to get your value, get the expression, and then use your normal formula methods to differentiate. You know it's very simple. You can do it if you are good at it. But today I'm going to show you how to use chain rule also. Okay? So what did the chain rule say? The chain rule says that if I have y to be equal to, let's say I have ax plus b to be equal to n, where this n is simply it can be the power or the exponent or the radical. You know, when you have root of x, is the same as s to the power of half. Did you see that? So this can be in form of fraction or it can be in form of whole number, which is your n. What do you do according to your chain rule? It means that dy dx, I'm going to show you what it means. Dy dx will now be equal to dy du multiplied by du dx. Now, how did we get this? What we did was, we can say that let it be u. Let our u be ax plus b. Okay? Then our y will now be, the whole of this has taken u, so y will now be u to the power of n. So to differentiate, to find your dy dx, because this is a function of y and x, that is the key variable. So we call it dy dx, is equal to dy du. That means when you get this one, you differentiate. If you are differentiating this, you name it dy du. So that's why we call this dy du. Multiply it by your du dx. What is your u? This is your u and your x. So whatever thing you get here is represented like this, and whatever thing you get in differentiating this is what you have here. I hope that is clear. Okay, so let's now answer this question. But remember, as usual, I'm going to also use the simplest way to do this before I go into using the chain rule. So watch as we do that. So if I'm using the simplest one, that's just the formula method. Remember for your formula method, if y is equal to x to the power of n, then we say that dy dx is equal to, use the power to multiply, we have nx, then subtract 1 from the power. This was what we discussed for our power rule or our formula method. So if you are making use of this, what do you do here? You are simply going to have your y will now change to dy dx is equal to, what is our power here? Our power is 3. So we are going to use this 3 to multiply. So we have 3. We multiply. Remember, what we have is x. But in this, we are having expression 2x squared plus 5. So what we are going to do, there's a little adjustment. That's why it's not really the power rule we are using. We are going to adjust. So the whole of this, we are going to return it as 2x squared plus 5. Don't touch it. Use the power to multiply, then return the whole of this in the expression, okay? What do you do next? You subtract 1, so it will be 3 minus 1 will give us 2. Multiply it by the differentiation of the inside value. Did you understand what you said? Use 3 to multiply, this is what you have. Return the whole of this inside, okay? Then subtract 1 from this part, it is 2. Also multiply the inside value with what you get in your differentiation. So what do we have in the inside? We have 2x squared plus 5. So let's try and differentiate it. To differentiate this normally, it will give us, use this to multiply. To multiply this to give us 4x. Then you subtract 1 from 2. And that will give us 2 minus 1 is 1. Remember, when you differentiate a constant, it gives you 0. So differentiate 5 is 0. And 4x to the power of 1 will give us 4x. So 4x plus 0 is 4x. So what it means is that if you differentiate this inside, you are going to have 4x. So it means that we are going to multiply what we have by 4x. So this will be multiplied by 4x. I hope you understood it. Use this power to multiply this. Return this, which is this. Subtract 1 from the power of this. Then differentiate the inside, and that is what we have here. So we are done, and this will give us, this 3 will multiply this, and 3 multiplies 4x will give us 12x into 2x squared plus 5 raised to the power of 2. Okay, you can leave your answer like this. You can also decide to expand this and then multiply this, but this is also correct. So that is for that. Now let's look at how to also differentiate it like we said, which is the main thing, using the chain rule. So for our chain rule now, what do we have? We are going to have our u is what we have inside. So what do we have from this function? We are going to clean this off. So we are going to have, using the chain rule now, we can have our u to be equal to what you have here, which is 2x squared plus 5. I hope you can see it. Then your y will now be equal to, when you have replaced this with u, so it will now be u to the power of what? 3. That is what we have. I hope that is clear. We are using the chain rule now. Your u should be everything inside the bracket. Then your y will now be equal to what is in the bracket we have changed to be u, raised to the power of 3. Remember, this is your chain rule. So what do you do first now? Get your dy du. So we are going to have, this is our y and this is our u. So we are going to have dy du will be equal to, use this to multiply. We have 3, we multiply u. Remember, you subtract 1 from the power. Use your simple power rule, which is 3 minus 1 is 2. I hope that is clear. That is for du, dy du. Let's leave it and get our du dx. Our du dx. So what will be our u here? Our u we have stated is this. So let's differentiate this. Okay? How do we differentiate? Using the power rule. You are going to use these 2 to multiply. 2 will multiply 2 to give us 4. Then we bring down our x. Subtract 1 from 2. It will give us 1. And anything to the power of 1 is that number. I hope that is clear. plus, when you differentiate 5 as a constant, it gives us 0. So if you add this, you are going to have 4x. I hope that is clear. Now, you want to get your dy dx. It means that my dy dx will now be equal to, what is my dy du? My dy du will now be 3u squared, so you have 3. Remember, our u, we can now change it to be what? 2x squared plus 5 is our u. I'll put the power of 2 there. Then multiply it by du dx. What is our du dx? Our du dx gave us 4x. So we're going to multiply by 4x. So use this 3. Remember, you cannot use this 3 to expand this. You know why? Because of this power. I hope it's clear. So we're going to use this 3 to multiply this. So multiply it. 3 multiply 4x is going to give us 12x into 2x squared plus 5, all to the power of 2. And this gives us the same answer with what we did in the first explanation. I hope this was well understood. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Let's know your thoughts in the comment section. Share this video with your friends and colleagues. And don't forget to give us a subscription. I'll meet you again to discuss more. Till then, bye-bye.